back and we have sold our house.
Yay!
Yes, subject to contract is the term, but
it's pretty much sorted.
We're done, mate. It's over. Yeah, so really excited. We've sold our house.
That's like the biggest stage, isn't it? Selling a house.
Yeah. Can't sell our car. Like, no one wants to buy a car. I don't know what's wrong with it. We're rubbish with cars, aren't we? We're so rubbish with cars all the time. But
we forgot about it for a while, to be fair. We put it on, and then the ad finished, and then we forgot about it for a while. So
and then I just got to do it again.
Buy a car?
Yeah, we buy this car.
Depending on when you're watching this video, if you're watching it. Assume you are.
Let's assume that people that are actually watching it. Somebody out there thinking, do I want to buy a car?
I can sense people talking to me about
Yeah, my ears are burning. Shall I buy a car?
Anyway, depending on when you're watching this video, the car may be stolen.
Yeah.
Stolen?
Let's hope not. Really swift. Really
informative.
Yeah, and one thing is the best thing was just no fees.
Yeah, no fees.
Yeah, we just couldn't believe it because we already thought that Purple Bricks had a good price, but because of this offer, just meant that we saved nearly £1,000.
There are a couple of areas that they could have got money out of us, or they maybe still can, I don't know. But like like the EPC rating, we thought we'd have to pay for that to be redone. That would be about what, 90
£90,
but Ben told us that lasts for 10 years. I mean, you might already know this, but if you haven't sold your home yet, then you won't. Or you might, I don't know. But yeah, the EPC rating lasts for 10 years, so we didn't have to renew that. They could have made us use their solicitors, but they didn't. They were quite happy for us to, I mean, they didn't kind of say either way, but we used our own solicitor. They did mention that they do have one. And what else? We could have used a premium listing, but Ben suggested that we didn't really need one for this property, this area.
And I think one good thing as well is Ben was quite optimistic about a valuation. And he advised us to go in a bit higher than even what we were, because we budgeted for this whole adventure before we even started, and we had a baseline that we wanted our house to sell for, so we knew how much capital we could invest in paying debts and for our trip, for our motorhome, which we don't have to buy now. Not yet. And he was quite optimistic, and then that optimism was great because we went for that value, and then we got it, we achieved it, which was great.
Really quickly. So we had people come round, like sort of, we had loads the week after it was on the market, didn't we? And we received an offer for the asking price less than a week later. And then multiple offers after that.
I mean,
which is good.
In a way, these are what we're calling the bad bits.
We're getting there.
We're kind of into the bad bits now. I mean, we're saying these are bad bits, but
getting multiple offers on your house isn't a bad thing.
But there's a few things about selling houses, which selling houses, like there's many of them.
Yes.
Selling a house.
Experts now.
That we weren't really ready for, and one of them was the amount of offers we had.
We didn't expect it at all, did we?
No. We were offered the asking price within a few days. And we accepted that, but because
we're happy with it, we weren't greedy, were we?
Yeah, but because we had bookings already in, we were advised to still take the bookings until the offer is guaranteed.
And the paperwork is sorted.
But in that time, we then got more offers from other lovely people that had come to view the house, but sometimes they were even in excess of the asking price, so they were for more, but we'd already accepted an offer. So then it became sort of an ethical thing where we were like, well, some people would just take more money, but this person got in there first, and they were nice enough to offer the asking price. But so we decided to go with that rather than go for more money.
It's like you do the right thing, but we felt really guilty about it, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we felt a lot of guilt towards, because what we weren't expecting was, you know, when you open your home up, or well, not that generally we do that much in society, do we? You don't have like strangers coming into your house very often, but we were kind of dreading that, but it was actually probably one of the funnest things, was getting to meet all these people and like young couples, families. Sometimes it was brother and sister at one point, wasn't it? People in the forces, people not in the it's just great.
There was such a mix of people that came round.
Yeah.
And it was really nice to get to know them.
Yeah.
And their story and how long they've been looking for a house, and
some people have been looking for like a year, haven't they? And really some people it was their first house that they'd looked at, and it was great. It was cool. It
was really good. Yeah, we really enjoyed it, and that's probably what made it more difficult to not accept the other offers, because we wanted to give it to everybody. Like we just wanted everybody to have what they wanted, but we can't give them everything, which is unfortunate. And
we didn't expect that. We didn't expect to get that many offers, and we didn't expect the guilt and the sort of ethical thing as well. Like, well, we could get a few £1,000 extra if we go with this person, but then is that fair?
No, we didn't want to be greedy. Like, it was good. We were happy with that.
Yeah, really happy.
The guilt is easing, although I want to know if everybody's got their house. Everything happens for a reason.
Please let us know if you have had the same thing. If you've had it where, a few people offer for your house and what it felt like and what you did. Did you go for the money? Not that there's anything wrong with that if you decided that, because...
It's a business transaction.
Yeah.
That's what everyone keeps saying to us, is a business transaction, which is right, but we're probably a little bit too... we get emotionally attached.
Stupid.
Yeah, stupid.
It's too stupid for business. Yeah. That's a quote for you. Hashtag that. But by far the worst thing, while we're talking about bad points, is keeping the house clean. As everyone knows, like when
viewing ready.
Yeah, viewing ready, not just clean. I think when you're selling your house or when you're selling anything, you've got to make it look as good as you can.
Yeah.
Like if you sell a car, we've sold cars before. And you clean your car and you make it smell nice, and then you hope it's running enough that someone wants to buy it. But when it comes to your house, it's so much more difficult because it's such a big thing. And we'd already kind of we had renovated enough that the house was nice. There wasn't nothing bad. Like all the walls looked nice and things like that.
It's just stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like it's hard when you've got kids to try and keep your rooms clean when you've got viewings and when you've got the agent coming around. It's really, really stressful.
Yeah.
But I think it was worse for us because we're trying to sell all of our stuff. We had bits out of the loft, bits out of the shed. Yeah. We had things everywhere, things out of place that we'd taken out to take photos of to put on eBay and Facebook Marketplace and Gumtree.
And I think as well, because we didn't really expect to have viewings so quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe we were a bit cheeky when the agent came round to take photos. We might have just shoved something in a cupboard here or there. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, we were getting viewings.
And they want to look in cupboards.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we're better do the cupboards.
Yeah, when someone's coming around to take a photo of one room, it's quite easy to just grab a sack and chuck it over your shoulder like Father Christmas.
Oh, is that a cupboard under the stairs? No.
Yeah, get out of there, Potter. This is going in there. But yeah, that was really stressful because it's just we got everything out and we sorted everything ready to sell, and then we put the house on the market, so we had to put everything away again. And now the house...
it did not go away probably as neatly as it was before.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. We even sold some stuff. It was really embarrassing. And then some people came to collect it. A, I forgot they were coming. And B...
You'd put it away?
Couldn't find it. So embarrassing. So I had to drive to their house the next day to give it to them. What a loser. That's going to affect my eBay rating.
That was a good moment.
That was so embarrassing.
It was pretty bad.
And we're still...
They were good about it as well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. If you're out there, what was their name?
I can't remember, but it's alright.
Peter Andre?
Yeah, Peter Andre.
Peter Andre
came to buy something.
Yeah, came to buy an ab roller that I had. Because he heard about my abs. See you around, Pete. Come on, mysterious girl. Sit up. Just a disclaimer, it wasn't Peter Andre. It was a lady called Jordan. Right, we're gonna have to cut. I'll come back in a minute. Back in a minute. So that kind of wraps up our bad bits, but now we move on to the paperwork fiasco. Right, now this is an interesting anecdote that happened to us, which, you know...
Something everyone should be aware of.
I mean, I think you guys can probably decide where the blame lies here, but I think, you know, someone's going to end up better off in this relationship. I have some bragging rights. Right, let me tell you the story exactly how it happened, and then Mel can twist the events in a different way.
I'll just start by saying I've done all the paperwork for this.
I feel like one of them. Yeah, that's right. You don't remember that?
I went through all the main paperwork for this.
I feel like one
I
of them.
did all the main stuff.
The main? What is that you're saying? The main and the woman ones?
Yeah.
You're being sexist about it?
Yeah.
Fill out all the main ones. Yeah, I will concede to that. Mel did a lot more of the dealing with the solicitors. I mean, they
working out the boundary lines.
Yeah, they generally get intimidated by me, so I like to leave it.
Because of your abs.
Because of my abs, yeah.
The ab roller.
Yeah, see me and Petey walking around.
We don't have an ab roller.
No, we're not anymore. No, Petey took it. No, anyway, right. We're never going to get anywhere with this because we're always bloody fantasizing about Peter Andre. So, yeah, Mel filled out a majority of the paperwork, and then you have to send off so much stuff, as you guys probably know when you sell a house, or you might not. You have to send off marriage certificate. Do we need?
No.
No, not that. Shows how much I did.
Any like warranties?
Oh yeah, the warranties.
Obviously, you spend a long time filling in the paperwork anyway. It's got
so
all
long.
of your details on, absolutely everything. Probably the most important paperwork pack you will ever post in your one of that you'll ever post in your life. Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong with this pack? Right, so we had this pack of paperwork and we had to post it, and apparently it's important or something. We had to post some other stuff because we're selling everything. So we decided to go to the post office, and it was about 4 o'clock on a beautiful sunny afternoon.
Yeah.
And then I said to Mel, "Oh, is this envelope, like, is it already addressed and everything?" And then she said, "Yeah." So I walked up to the post box and I just slung it in there. The letter in the post box, I mean.
I felt like it was in slow motion, but it was too fast for me to do anything about.
And then she said to me, "We need to pay to post that." And I was like, "What?"
I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. And
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's prepaid.
It's prepaid.
I just knew it had an address on it.
So it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, some midweek day, I don't know what it was, and we just put very important documents into the post box, and we didn't know if it was paid or not, and we were like, "Oh, if we've lost those."
I like you saying we.
Yeah.
Only one of us did that.
I said about the thing, you didn't tell me that.
I was going to send it recorded.
Yeah, I don't need to send it recorded, it's fine. So what happened was then, Mel then rang the solicitors to find out if they sent out an envelope that had been prepaid, but it was like 4 o'clock, so they didn't get back. So we had to hang around the post box like a couple of teenagers.
Yeah.
And wait for the postman, and then see, and we asked at the post office as well, didn't we? But the children were hungry, and it was tea time, so we tried.
Nowhere in that village serves food.
Nowhere in the village serves food, so we had to wait.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, we had to wait outside the chip shop.
Yeah.
It was, but keep our eye on the post box, like leaning out from the chip shop to see when the postman came, when Posty came. And we managed to do it. Managed to save the day. Got a portion of chips each out of it. So I mean, you got, like, just forgive her. I mean, like, we all make mistakes.
It was a moment, wasn't it?
It was quite a stressful hour while we were waiting for the postman to arrive.
I said, "Why would the postman let us just take some post out of the post box?" "Oh yeah, can I take that and pay for it?"
Yeah, it seemed really, really weird, didn't it? But
thankfully it was prepaid, so that's all that matters. That's all that matters now. It's all right.
Yeah. So that was quite scary.
Yeah.
So what else is there in kind of summary, because we've been waffling on for a while.
Yeah, we have been waffling a bit actually.
So we would say that selling is probably, well, it's been really, really easy. I know
it has been good. Yeah.
We just mentioned some bad points, but they're kind of just points that we didn't anticipate. But selling has been fairly easy, which has been good. A lot easier than buying.
Yeah.
And I think it's...
Well, I think it's different because you have so many different stresses when you're buying. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't really know what's going to happen from this end of things. But when you're buying, you've got all the stress of really wanting to live in that house as well, and not knowing if you're getting a mortgage, if your mortgage is going to be accepted, or if it's going to go through, or if the sellers are going to be able to sell their house, or no, buy a new house. And if they're in a chain, that would be tricky, wouldn't it? And thankfully we don't have that. We don't have any of those issues. So.
I think being in a chain, I mean, lots of people out there probably bought houses in chains. It's probably quite common. But because this is our first house that we bought, never bought a house in a chain, and I think it must be the most stressful thing. Like, because you're trying to sell your house and you're trying to buy another house, and just it could be God knows how
a lot of work.
Because one thing we've had with this project is trying to plan our deadlines has been difficult, and we're really lucky. If we were in a chain, I think there's no way you can estimate when you're going to move. Surely. Yeah. You're just a slave to the chain.
Yeah.
Like a work song.
But it's been really good so far.
Yeah.
We've been really happy. It's been really easy. We've been kind of guided really well by our agents, and our solicitor's been really good. We use the same solicitor that we used to buy the house.
Yeah.
So.
And they've had to adapt to things like our buyer changing their solicitor, and they've done that really well. So yeah.
No complaints from on any of them.
We've been very lucky. We'll see in a few weeks when the house comes through or not, like, just to make sure. But I think it's been positive. Yeah. But it's been very, very informal almost, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Not.
It's been really nice.
Yeah, everyone's been really lovely. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. And recommended, definitely. Right.
Long summary.
Yeah, that was a long summary. So we're gonna have to go. We are going to bed. Basically, yeah. It's pretty late. Yeah, it's pretty late.
I was laughing for a long time.
Yeah, she was laughing for a long time. Got to recharge camera batteries though. But we have got some exciting stuff coming up soon. We are going to do a vlog of Lincolnshire because that's where we're from. So we want one of our first vlogs to be about where we're from. So before we leave on our adventure, we're going to show people like the great places in Lincolnshire, really.
The Shire.
Yeah, the Shire. And we also are going to be showing you a lot of the stuff that we've sold soon, and hopefully giving you a bit of a total on what we've made from selling the bits in our house, which already has exceeded what we anticipated actually, which has been good. Yeah. And we've managed to donate some, which has been brilliant.
Brilliant.
But thank you very much for watching. Won't be long now to go on our adventure. I think we've got about 7 weeks, or is it 8 weeks?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
7 or 8 weeks.
7.5.
7.5. But yes, super excited about that. So we'll see you soon.
We can't wait.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine, wanna move my feet.